Because of Hurricane Ida, a New Orleans retirement community can no longer provide safe housing for residents, forcing them to find somewhere else to live.
Well, damage from the storm has taken a toll on many apartment complexes and senior living facilities. As Mike McDaniel explains, it's possible this particular community might stay closed
all day long and not see.
Matthew Blake's mother-in-law moved into this New Orleans retirement community on the West Bank at the beginning of August. Less than a month later, she was homeless.
She's a little bit upset, but I feel like overall she's handled it pretty well, you know, for what she's had to go through.
His 84-year-old mother-in-law lived at the Landing at Behrman Place. It's also where she weathered Hurricane Ida. With storm damage and operating solely off a generator, the facility tried evacuating residents to properties out of state. But Blake says the evacuation bus broke down.
And they were stuck on the highway for like 3 hours, you know, in the heat.
Blake says a school bus eventually picked them up and brought them back to Behrman Place, where residents had to decide whether to take another bus out of state or find somewhere locally on their own.
It would be especially tough for anyone, and I'm sure it's even tougher for seniors, you know.
He soon realized his mother-in-law can't go back home. A social media post days after the storm urged residents to find another place to live. A statement on the facility's website notes extensive damage, saying repairs are projected to take many months or quite possibly a number of years, if repairs are at all possible. That leaves residents with no direction on where to call home, although the facility is recommending other places, mostly out of state.
People have their, all their belongings there and everything. That was their home.
The property's director told Eyewitness News major problems are mold and holes in the ceilings, then referred us to the management company, Sunshine Retirement Living. In a statement to Eyewitness News, the company says in part, since we can no longer safely house and take care of our residents at the community due to factors completely outside of our control, we were forced to end their leases, and no rents were collected in September. Blake says he and his family have felt left in the dark through the entire process.
I feel bad for my mother-in-law. I feel bad for all the other residents there. I mean, I feel like you would have been treated better if you were at an overnight motel.
Blake says he's thankful his mother-in-law at least had a place to go as they try to figure out what's next. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
Well, the management company says it is working with residents to remove all their belongings from the building.